Hey YouTube! Today's video is going to be on the new Survarium Patch, but first I want to give a thanks to all of those who watched my last video and who donated. As it turns out, 80,000 people lost their homes in Fort McMurray. So anybody who actually donated to that cause, I want to thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Now let's get on with the video. Alright, as many of you know, Patch 0.42 for Survarium came out recently, including a small patch 4.2a5, which was just some extra bug fixes. I'm going to go ahead and skim through this real quick and give you some highlights that are very important. First off, we have the new game mode, Artifact Hunt, and you'll be seeing some video in the background of that. There's one special artifact that spawns during the match, and it is either team's objective to find that artifact, pick it up, and bring it back to their base. When they bring it back to their base, they score, and both teams are reset back to their spawns. It's not a complete map reset, just so you guys know. If there was any anomalies that were placed down on the map during the match, they will still be there. If you threw a smoke grenade, it'll still be there. It just moves everyone back to the spawn. Second, they added monthly rankings, and you'll see some video of that in the background. During the month, for winning matches, you rank up, as you can see there. And for each rank that you make, you get free stuff, including premium days, special items, weapons, and money. And repair parts. The London map was changed. It was made slightly smaller. I didn't get very much footage on it, but I can tell you that the spawns have changed a bit, and they added some extra clutter around into certain areas, giving you places to hide. Now here's something that is very important to this patch. They added pixel perfect hit detection. This unlimited tick rate technology that they're calling it. Basically, it doesn't matter what the ping of the server is that you are playing on. If you aim at somebody and you pull the trigger, you're going to hit them. You don't have to lead your target anymore. So, rejoice, this should have been in the game since day one. Thank God it's here, and holy shit, is it amazing. Also, they reduced the delay, the artificial delay that they put into the game by 50 milliseconds, from 200 down to 150, and it does make a difference. The game is much smoother now, and it's quite enjoyable to play now. Okay, I'm going to go through a bunch of the extra details and some of the new weapons that they added. When you place down a healing totem or an ammo box and another player uses it to resupply, you will get points. So use that to your advantage. It will help you rank up faster. As well as sensors that you place down, whether it's the throwable ones or the standing one. When a player kills another player that has been detected by the sensor, you will receive points for that. So use them too. When you are playing the game, you will notice that your kill cam is shorter. They intentionally did that. The toxic cloud that is created when you throw the sponge artifact, the damage has been increased, making them useful again. The special item Motherwort Extract, which you can equip at the main menu, the bonus has been decreased from 15% to 10%. There has been some changes on the skills menu. Steady Breath has been decreased to a maximum of 10%. Accuracy has been decreased to a maximum of 5%. And Firm Grip has been decreased to a maximum of 9%. Okay, now we have two new weapons, and one of the old ones was removed, but I will get to that in just a moment. I'm going to go through the rest of these modifications. One thing they did change is that on weapons where you have to chamber each round, like your pump action shotguns or your rifles, that delay between your firing and actually the animation to go and play re-chambering the round has been reduced. Slug damage on all shotguns has been decreased from 70% to 60%. Buckshot damage modifier has been decreased from 25 to 20%. So anybody who uses shotguns, let Vostok know how that's working, if shotguns are still overpowered or not. Dispersion while shooting from the hip has been decreased by 10% to 15% for all weapon types. That means when you are firing from the hip, it should be a little bit easier to actually hit somebody. They removed the penalty to dispersion while moving and aiming down the iron sights on all weapons. They made a ton of changes to many of the different weapons in the game. Too much information, in fact, for me to go over in a short video, so I will leave a link in the description below to this news post that I'm reading from, and you can look at it yourself. They did, however, add a whole bunch of new armors, and I will go over those real quick. We'll start with Scavengers. We now have the Tier 5 Saboteur Boots. They are slightly better than the Renaissance Army Scout Boots. They have better protection, but they do way more. Next, there's the Reinforced Boots for Tier 6. They now have the best armor of the tier, but they weigh more and they have less protection from anomalies. We then have the Pathfinder Boots on Tier 7. They are no different from the Renaissance Army Boots of the same tier, and they do weigh a bit more. They added the Premium Veteran Helmet for Tier 8, and all it offers is +5 reputation. Moving on to Black Market, we have the Marauder Gloves for Tier 5. And they offer a -8 to aiming time. They're about the same as the Renaissance Army Scout Gloves and Scavengers Saboteur Gloves, but they weigh slightly more. Mostly the perk comes from the aiming time. They added a premium helmet called the Omnicron Mark II helmet for Tier 8, and all it gives you is +5 reputation. Next we have the Sentry Boots on Tier 7. They are now the best armor of the tier, and they weigh slightly less. Having a look at Renaissance Army, we first have the Scout Gloves for Tier 5. They are on the lighter side of weight, but nothing special other than -5 to aim time. We then have the Assault Gloves for Tier 6. They are on par with the rest of the armor, but they do have the best protection now of the tier. They added the U2MA Molot helmet for Tier 8. That is a premium item. It adds +5 to reputation. Last but not least, we have Fringe Settlers, and we'll start with the Stalker Boots at Tier 6. They offer the best protection now, way less, but have the same armor as the Black Market Boots of the same tier. However, they do offer -4 to energy costs. Warrior Gloves at Tier 5 now provide the best armor and have on-par protection with the rest of the gloves. They do offer weapon recoil of -2.5%. They added a premium item called Leshy's Hood at Tier 8. It's a helmet, and it offers +5 Fringe Settler reputation. Now let's talk about the two additions that everybody wants to know about, and that is the two brand new weapons in the game, the MP5 and the AVSK Sniper Rifle. The MP5 is a Tier 6 weapon for Black Market. It has 22 damage, 30 armor penetration, and a rate of fire of 800 rounds per minute. I got to play around with this weapon extensively. I played it with both regular ammunition and also armor-piercing ammunition. And I can tell you, I'm actually a little bit disappointed with it. The sights are good, it is fun to play with it on the lower tiers, but engaging a player who is in Tier 8 with this weapon is extremely difficult. Another thing, this is a close quarters weapon. If you try to use it at distance, you are going to have problems. My suggestion to Vostok would be to buff this weapon a little bit, either add extra armor penetration, which is probably what they should do, or perhaps add a little extra damage to the gun, because at higher tiers this gun is very hard to use. The AVSK is the new Tier 10 weapon for Scavengers. It replaces the Barrett, and in my opinion, good riddance. I personally have not been able to play with it. I do not have Tier 10 yet. What I can tell you is that it has higher damage than the Scavengers Tier 10 Vishlop Sniper Rifle. It has on-par armor penetration with the same gun, but has a lower rate of fire. What I can tell you is that this gun has kicked my ass on more than one occasion, and I hate you people for using it, but whatever. It seems to be a good gun and people seem to like it. There is also a large list of bug fixes that they have here on the news post, but I will also let you guys go over that. I think that about wraps it up for what I want to talk about with this patch. Thank you for watching. I will have some more videos coming, including more tutorials. I just started a new job, so I'm kind of trying to balance my hobby here and also getting into the mode of working again, which I've been unemployed for a little while there. But anyways, again, I want to thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a comment, favorite, and follow me on Twitter. I'm King Friday. Have a good one.